This is 757 Lima Golf, Milwaukee Tower, runway 19 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 19 right, 7 Lima Golf.
This is 757 Lima Golf, turn left heading 170, runway 19 right, clear for takeoff.
Left 170, clear for takeoff and 19 right, 7 Lima Golf. Yeah, let's keep climbing out at 65 here, see if we get some altitude going.
This is 7 Lima Golf, contact departure.
Over to departure, 7 Lima Golf. So let's time out at 65 to see if we can get as much altitude as we can here.
Yep.
Milwaukee departure, 757 Lima Golf, 1,800, climbing 4,500 on a 170.
Tesla 7 Lima Golf, Milwaukee departure, radar contact. Advise prior to your emergency descent practice.
Roger, we'll do 7 Lima Golf. Milwaukee departure, 757 Lima Golf. We'd like to change frequencies if we can. We see our other plane in the pattern there. We'd like to coordinate with them.
Tesla 7 Lima Golf. Roger, radar source terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 7 Lima Golf. Racing traffic, 757 Lima Golf. We're about 3 miles east of the field here. We're going to wait until traffic clears up a little bit and then do an emergency, practice emergency engine out. Racing traffic. And racing traffic, 7 Lima Golf. We're about 3 miles to the east. We're heading back towards the field. We have both that traffic inside. We're going to do an emergency descent from 6,000 to an engine out landing. Racing traffic.
14, yeah.
Yeah. That's this run right here. We'll just do the 110.
Racing traffic, right. 5739 kilo, turning final runway 14, full stop racing.
Alright, and kind of tell me when we're near kind of midfield. Are we close?
We're getting there. Right here.
Racing traffic system 739 Alpha Papa on the go 14. We'll extend our upwind for the traffic during the emergency descent.
And racing traffic, 757 Lima Golf. We're over the field here now at 6,000. We're going to do an emergency descent to a simulated engine off for 14. Racing traffic. Alright, so area is clear. Always kind of just look down below before you go any further.
So they're bananas is coming in.
Awesome. Alright, let's let her rip as soon as you're ready.
Alright.
Throttle back, the engine idle. No flaps, yeah, I'll get that in there. Yeah, you can go full mixture.
Racing traffic, Sky 120 is west downwind to 30 full stop. Racing.
110. And you don't have that power back unless it's necessary.
Racing traffic, Bonanza 5739 kilo, clearing runway 14, racing.
And you can kind of adjust the circle here a little bit if you need to for that.
Sealers, are you up on 239? Or excuse me, 2307?
Yeah, good. All right, fire's out. So how much altitude you got here? We're pretty high, right? We got plenty of time.
Yep.
You can extend out, kind of make it as normal possible, right? 14, we're using this runway here.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
I'm just going to come in for my downwind leg.
No problem.
Essentially configure a little bit higher.
Racing traffic, 17 Alpha Papa, turning left.
And once engine out, you're looking for best spot now, right?
Doing the extended pattern.
And racing traffic, 7 Golf's on left downwind 14, racing.
Best glide is 60. I'm still 1,500 above.
So winds were
170.
180, 12, gusting 22. I just saw some lightning as well. So we could use a couple options here if you want to get down, if you want to turn in, or do some S turns or whatever. Yeah, flaps, we got slips, we got all kinds of stuff to use here if we need to, right? About 1,000 to go. And racing traffic, 7 Golf, final 1-4, racing.
Hey Steve, we got you in sight.
Right. Watch that airspeed. Watch that airspeed. That nose down. There you go. No power. You still got power in it. You should have been in power idle that whole time.
Oh, there's no power, trust me.
Okay. It's just windmilling that much. Okay.
Stopping?
Yeah, let's pull up on Alpha here.
Alright.
Let's go up to Alpha. I hate back taxiing if I haven't been looking there. Alright.
Cool.
Yeah,
That was fun.
that was fun. Those are always fun. It's fun when we get up that high too and can do a couple loops.
It's fun when the plane's not actually on fire.
Oh yeah, for
You know,
sure.
I think that was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Yeah. And yeah, just like a car, like I always feel like you're riding the brakes, like always go full idle there if you're gonna be, anytime you're touching the brakes.
Full idle.
Yeah, anytime you're touching the brakes, full idle. I always feel like you're kind of fighting the engine a little bit. Why have engine power for braking?
See, when you say idle, I just assumed you're talking 1,000.
No, that's not idle. Idle is idle.
But like when we're hanging out on the,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
But that's not idle
I totally agree with you. I don't know why, I just always assumed it was 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 RPMs though when we aren't just sitting here. That's true. That's for sure.
All right, we'll get nice and straightened out here. We got 10 of flaps. We're looking for a 55. Climb out until we're over that 50-foot marker.
Rotated 50, climb out at 55, 50-foot marker. We can slow down to 65, or nose over to 65.
140, 170 is actually this way, yeah?
Yeah, 180, yep.
I can never find the windsocks. All right. So short field, full throttle. Once our RPMs are steady, let go.
You got some rain headed your way.
Roger, thanks. So we go. Ah, the wheel wasn't straight. And keep that nose wheel a little light so it doesn't shake so much. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right, there's 50. 55. Our 50-foot obstacle. Get the speed up to 65, 70. And a flaps, positive rate of
runway 04 at
ascent.
Delta received.
Good.
All right. Trying to get better at doing shallower turns here.
Yeah, not like you don't want to make like big sweeping. You want to make them reasonably square. So still nice 20, 30 degree turns, but racing traffic 7 Golf, final runway 14 racing. At any point, if you're unstabilized, I want to see you just go around.
Yep. little fast.
Receiving traffic, obstacle, approach end of runway 04, receiving traffic.
Runway 8.
Receiving traffic, vehicle clear.
Center line. Good. That was a dip.
Yep.
Receiving traffic, 757 Lima Golf is on the go. We're going to stay in the pattern left traffic.
So we got gusts, 1-2 gusting 2-2. So gust factor of 10. So we want to keep those speeds up on final about
75.
half that. Yeah, so about 75, right? That was good catch though. And you're immediately on the throttle. Perfect. That's what I want to see. That's the main thing.
Receiving traffic, 757 Lima Golf, Cessna turning base, runway 14. Receiving.
So hard not to hit the flaps.
Yeah. They look so much different doing no flap landings too, right? Just,
Receiving traffic, Cessna 757 Lima Golf, turning final 14, receiving.
a much lower glide slope.
I feel like I'm very high right now.
Pull some power then, right?
Yeah. I prefer this over what we were just doing though. Bed running.
So let's nail these speeds here. You're kind of all over the place with speeds.
Oh yeah.
Just small
Yeah.
changes.
No, I know.
There you go.
I
Yeah. There you go. That nose lined up. There you go. Power's idle, right? Nice. Don't hit the brakes. Yeah, just run it. Good.
there's 60 rough. All right.
Especially in this plane, especially when you get
Receiving
closer.
traffic, vehicle crossing, approach end of
Check
runway
ride.
04, receiving traffic.
Like, just don't use the brakes when you're landing. All right. You don't really need to use them at all when you're landing. Sometimes I know we're trying to make a quick exit at Mitchell to get your nano nose on here. It's too gusty to be climbing out at 60 here.
Receiving traffic,
Okay.
vehicle clear.
Same idea when you're landing, when you're coming out to keep that speed up a little bit when it's
Yeah,
gusty.
right. If you're 60 knots and you get a wind shear of 20 knots, and all of a sudden you're 40.
Right.
That would suck.
That would really suck.
Carb heat, throttle, mixture. Always, even though your mixture's already full, make sure
Yep.
you do. Yep.
Thank you.
Let's get these speeds nailed here. 75 all the way down.
Cessna 7 Lima Golf, turning left, base, runway 14, receiving traffic.
So you have about 500 to go. Probably just a tick low here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100 RPMs or something. Perfect.
Receiving traffic, Cessna 7 Lima Golf, turning final, runway 14, receiving.
Don't hit the brakes. All right, let's go. Get back to center line. you get in like a nice side slip as soon as you get to final, but then you kind of like coming in and out of it, like a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down, but at the same time point my nose.
Yeah, so if you're too high, it's just a matter of throttle, right? Just less throttle then.
Yep.
I mean, you're carrying throttle all the way down. Even through that transition, you still had a little bit of throttling, which I don't mind. I mean, once you make that transition fully, that throttle should be, should have slowly come out by then. But you're still holding like that, like 1,000, 1,100 RPMs often.
Okay.
So if you still have power in by that transition point, as you're making that transition, you're adding that back pressure, decrease that throttle back to idle while you're doing that nice and slowly.
Okay. We're seeing traffic, Cessna 757 Lima Golf, turning final, runway 14, receive.
That nose down for a minute. Don't flare yet. There you go. Get in that center line. Leave that nose nice and light, right? We can ride this wheelie here all the way up front too. Leave it nice and light so it doesn't dive in like that, right? We can get back to center line. We get nice and slow back. All right.
I like that moniker. You clear for takeoff.
Let's do a soft field. You have to do short stuff.
Turning.
Stand that center line as best you can. That nose down right away. High controls.
Your controls. Was I pulling back too much?
I think we lifted off a little earlier there. You can lift off if it's letting you lift off, but you got to get that nose down right away, right? We can lift off. I mean, if we rotated 40, that's fine as long, but we have to stay in ground effect. So we got 15 feet to stay in ground effect there. We kind of landed back down sideways on the runway.
Yeah.
So that was going to be a hard one to abort. All right. Your controls in.
My controls. We're seeing traffic, Cessna 7 Lima Golf, turning final, runway 14. We're seeing. A whole bunch of bullshit right here.
And I'll keep that nose down, like just adjust your trajectory with that power. If you're short, add power, right?
Yeah.
Add power, add power, add power. You're way short. Okay. Now keep that nose light, there you go. All right. Focus on that aiming point, whatever it is you're aiming for. If it's the threshold of the numbers or 2 stripes beyond, or whatever it is that you're aiming at.
You mean don't stare at the thing you don't want to hit, which is the trees?
Right.
Traffic, airport up
The old
front,
motorcycle
runway
thing, right?
04,
So whatever your aiming point
Yeah.
is, just literally just follow that, put it on a spot on that windshield, and if it's going up in the windshield, right, add a little power. If it's going down in that windshield a little bit,
Yep.
decrease a little power. Just real minor adjustments the whole way
traffic,
down.
airport up, clear all runways, they're seen.
Yeah, this looks great, right?
Yeah.
600 feet to go.
We're
This is
seeing
perfect.
traffic, Cessna 7 Lima Golf, turning final runway 14, receive.
Great, wing is level here on final. 400 to 500 feet to go, it's perfect. Careful about steering too much with the rudder here on final. You tend to steer a little bit. That can be a dangerous spot if you get in a skidding condition there.
Sure.
Just nice coordinated turns until you're level. Yeah, this is looking great. Perfect. Pull that power out, full idle. Okay, don't let that nose down. If you bounce like that, your instinct should be to go around.
Okay.
I want that to be your instinct, especially if you're a solo one.
Alright.
You make that bounce, cram that power, take off again. Walkie approach 757 Lima Golf, just off the Racine Airport here. Inbound, full stop, I have information, Papa.
Cessna 757 Lima Golf, Milwaukee approach, remain outside of the Class Charlie airspace and squawk 4670.
Was that 4670 or 4672?
4670.
4670 for 7 Lima Golf. That emergency descent was good. Do you have any questions about any of that? So, we did we flew it well, and you hit you went down well, but we didn't do any of the, we didn't go through our
contact
stuff.
tower 124.57, have a
We
great
didn't make
day.
any calls, like that emergency.
Crim City 417 is going to maintain 4,000.
So we did the A, B, we knew where we were going to go. Never yanked the checklist out. We ended that pretty high, that descent pretty high, where now we were just in a power off. We could have looked at a checklist there just to make sure we were hitting everything appropriately. Didn't declare. So we did A, B, and E.
Crim City 417, turn 10 degrees left.
Okay.
So look over those checklists again. Just kind of get the memory items down. Just go through what a normal emergency looks like.
November 7 Lima Golf, turn right, heading 300.
300, 7 Lima Golf.
You want to get some hood time in?
Sure.
Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, I feel great today.
Got it, my controls.
Your controls.
What are we, 300?
300, yeah.
So again, this is your main scan here. That's your middle gate, that's the one you want to concentrate on.
All right.
And we kind of do the spoke method, right? So looking there, altitude we can see is decreasing a little bit.
Yep.
Make that adjustment, right? Go back to there. Make sure our heading's still the same. We're turn off a little heading. Yeah. And if we ran into IMC, let's go through this again real quick. So if we actually ran into IMC right now and we were in the clouds.
Hello, Skyhawk 485 for Golf 1.
What would
Your
we do?
approach Mitchell altimeter is 3007. Expect runway 19 right.
Declare an emergency.
Yeah, absolutely. You could ask them for help on how to get out of it, right? Maybe it is just easier to fly straight.
Except at 673,
something like this where
turn 10 degrees right, and that's just vectors between
we
two
ran out of
areas
visibility, it's
precipitation.
raining too hard, we can't see. We could let them know we've lost VFR visibility. I'm not insurance certified.
November 7 Lima Golf, turn right, heading 350.
Right, heading 350, 7 Lima Golf.
Maybe it makes more sense to turn around slowly. Maybe it makes sense just to go straight through it, right? So they can help you out with that.
November 7 Lima Golf, turn right, heading 360.
Right, heading 360, 7 Lima Golf.
November 7 Lima Golf, turn right, heading 020.
020, 7 Lima Golf.
November 7 Lima Golf, resume on navigation, right base, runway 1 on the right, and contact the tower.
Resume on navigation over to tower 7 Lima Golf. Good day.
Milwaukee Tower 757 Lima Golf on the right base for 19 right.
Cessna 7 Lima Golf, Milwaukee Tower, runway 19 right, clear to land, caution wake turbulence following the Airbus on final.
Clear to land 19 right, 7 Lima Golf. I'll let you take the hood off. My controls.
Your controls.
Milwaukee Tower, Skyhawk 4854 Golf on the approach for a 19 right.
4854 Golf, Milwaukee Tower, the wind 1507, runway 19 right, quarter land.
19 right, clear to land, 54 Golf. That nose down until you're ready to transition there. There you go. Alright. That transition, pull out, idle. Roll this one off the kilo. Faster still.
Try not to transition too early that time, it's a little late.
So Lima Golf, turn right kilo, ground point 8.
Right on kilo, ground point 8. Good day.
You actually transitioned okay. It was, you just kind of like, you transitioned and just like, plunked it down, right? You know, you just didn't keep adding that back pressure to do that up.
I was waiting for the Racine. I was ready for the Racine dust.
The Racine what?
Dust.
Oh, yeah.
Milwaukee ground, 757 Lima Golf, just off of runway 19 right at kilo. Looking to taxi back to signature.
Cessna 757 Lima Golf, Milwaukee ground, taxi via Echo Zulu Foxtrot, cross runway 31, cross runway 25 right.
Echo Zulu Foxtrot, cross
3-1 and 2-5.
3-1 and 2-5. 7 Lima Golf.
1-3 upside down there. Off.
And our after landing checklist.
Cessna 7 Lima Golf, verify cross runway 25 right at runway 31.
Cross 3-1 and 2-5 right, 7 Lima Golf.